Like when he's working on a project, he kind of gets into it. When he's not, he's a squirrel. Can I have that bow? Guys, when you're done too, today, don't play touchy-feely with everybody's faces. Actually, go in that cupboard where these clamps are like this. There's some smaller ones. Bring those out here. Okay, I'm going to continue my affinity with building a box today, but you're going to do it with a Kreg jig. Okay? You're going to use that material there, which you'll have to rip down to 4 or 5 inches wide, depending on the size. Let's go 4 inches wide. We're going to use that 3/4 inch. That's scrap wood. That's cabinet wood. I tore down a guy's cabinet, and it's 2 small pieces. But you're going to use that to build a 4-inch box, 4 inch by 4 inch. If we have enough material left over, you're going to put a back on it. But you're going to use the Kreg jig, okay? So with that in mind, I'm going to show you first how to use this. There's 2 different versions here, all right? And there's a couple things you need to know. If you have a shaft like this, hand me that drill driver over there on the other side with that battery. That drill driver, and there's your loose battery there somewhere. Bring that over, that one's charged. Open that one up, please.
My boy Larry.
This is Larry. This is an old one, so we have to use this to operate it.
Sure.
This one has a shaft that will fit in here. Okay, I'm going to leave that one hooked up. I'm going to use this one. Okay, first thing you need to know about this is the width of your wood. What is the width of this piece of lumber?
3/4.
3/4 of an inch. So, the first thing you have to check, and get my magnifiers on, is we have to check and make sure on here there's a little guide. That says 1/2 inch, that says 1.5 inches, and that says 3/4. Look right in there. You see the 3/4 of an inch in that little hole? See it? It's a little rusty. See that, guys? Bo? It has to be on the 3/4 of an inch if we're using 3/4 inch wood. That is 3/4 inch wood, so hopefully most of these are set to that. But check that first. How do you change it? Loosen it and move it. So when you, on the newer ones, you just look right in there, and if it's lined up on the 3/4 inch, we're good to go. If I have it on 1.5 inches, it will go all the way through this bad boy. Okay? All right? That's that. Put this back in my impact driver. Boom. That's my drill. Okay? This is a smaller version of this. Notice, it has 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and 1.5 inches on the front. Gavin, take a look. These clips have to fill into that hole. See the 3/4 inch and it's gray?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right? Now it's down to the 1/2 inch. See that? I don't want 1/2 inch. I want it to fit in there at the 3/4 of an inch. This, easy enough, right? Easy enough. See those little stops there? They come up to the edge of that board. Oops. Sorry, wrong way. This way. They come up to the edge of that board. I need that clamp. No, that one there. These will probably work.
Damn it, Larry.
See this? You can slide this out, and you can put the bigger clamp. You can slide it in, put the smaller clamp. See how that's situated on the board? Your drill holes? Right there. I try to center it in the board because I'm going to put 2 holes in. One of these was adjusted just right. No, it's not. Way to go, Joe.
Wasn't me. Damn it, Larry.
This is reserved for posterity, so when I show this to Mr. Vanderpool, you know, we'll have to edit that out. All right? We're going to clamp this on. You want it clamped tight. I'm hoping this is tight enough now. Okay, see that? Pretty good.
Okay.
Now, insert, drill.
You don't watch the video,
Pocket holes.
did you? Ooh.
Where'd the screws go?
Good Lord.
Go get that box of screws.
What? You watch?
Now,
When shoe goes here. Oh, yeah.
looky here, fellers. When he comes back with the screws,
That was good.
Looky here. Take that out, please. It's a push me, pull you. If you can't get it out, hand it to Joe.
Push me, pull me, not twist.
Here. The sleeve. There you go. The light goes on, gentlemen.
Yikes.
May I have that?
Good Lord.
Thank you, sir. These are, notice the size on these, 1.25 inches. I don't want 1.5 inches because 1.5 inches will poke out the back side. Okay? This is, and by the way, thank you guys for watching the video the other day. I know that was not the most exciting thing you did all day, but at least it did have, it covered Kreg jig, it covered the pocket hole joints. On the end of my driver, it says, JB, down the hatch. Just like that. Line it up.
Line her up.
Okay?
Good Lord.
She's in there.
She's nice and tight.
Done. Put the other one in.
Good Lord. I love seeing it.
Okay, I'm off a smidge, but that's the one thing about, I'll show you when I'm done. See this edge here?
Yep.
I was not holding it flush enough. That's a boo-boo. This edge here now sticks out a little bit, but it's a little better.
That's fine.
But if you look at that, and if you want to, on this one,
Easy to take out.
Yes, sir.
there. Now, that's a little better. I tightened it up a little bit, see how it's a little better? We can sand that off. Okay? If you, this would be called your first fit. If you wanted to then take this off and put glue on the bottom, make it stronger, you could. But that's the one thing about it. And they're hidden. I did not get the little biscuits. There are these little biscuits that slide in there that you glue in place, and then you can either trim off with a little fine cutting saw and then sand it, or just sand it off, and they hide the pocket holes on the inside. Okay? All right. So quick review. What does this have to be set to?
3/4.
Adjust it back here. Put the drill holes to the board. You're drilling that way. Clamp it down. Either clamp. This one we can fit on. Of course, nothing is the right size. Oh, Joe. Just
Oh, Larry.
run up there.
What?
If you have a bigger clamp, you widen this out like that, and that will still fit on there. Okay? Adjust the clamp, squeeze it down. Center it. If we're drilling 2 holes, we center it like this. So even holes. On a board the size you guys are going to use, 2 holes will be plenty. Okay? So, Larry,
3/4.
can I have that?
Larry,
Doing
God
something.
damn
Already
it.
set.
You're at 3/4. Notice our adjustment for depth, the width of board, is on the side here.
That time you did
Okay? Joe figured it out.
something. Yeah.
He's done pretty good. This is our clamp.
I like the other one better.
No, this one was.
Notice, not the very good clamp, is it?
Damn it.
Here we go. Let's
Damn it,
see.
Larry.
Not quite.
He's fascinated, son.
Not quite.
I watched the video. I know what to do.
All right. I'm going to go a little tighter. Clamp it down. If you want it to stay at that depth, see that lock nut? Run it back there.
Sir.
Okay? Switch it out, Larry.
That's Joe.
Joe, who's Larry? I thought you were Larry.
No.
Why are you Larry?
Because Larimore.
Oh, Larry.
Am I switching to?
Give me that.
Oh.
Okay.
Good, Chief. Good.
Again, this is the one we use. We know it's on 3/4 of an inch, right? Now with this one, if you notice, I could put a 3rd hole if I wanted to. Okay, I don't want to. Undo the clamp. Voila.
Ooh, that one might be easier.
Right here. Okay? Change me out, Eli.
Come on, Chief.
Come on.
Pit stop.
Come on, big Chief.
Pit stop.
Okay, you
Good
finished
stuff.
quick, eh?
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. You ever see the movie Ford versus Ferrari?
Yes.
God, that's an awesome movie.
I need to watch that still.
I think their pit stops were kind of funny compared to nowadays, but that was back when they were originating pit stops. Okay, so now the same thing, and this is where you might want to take a partner. You want to line this up as best you can. Have them hold it. I'll see if I do a better job this time. Okay? I did the same thing on this. They tend to suck it in
Shoot.
the way it's drilled. So I'm gonna hold that one. Oops. There.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I think we can still sand that out. This side's good, it's a little off there. Okay? So, the issue becomes when you're putting, and I'm giving you a 4-inch box, or it's not gonna be very big. Hand me that. Is how do I put it together? If I have all of these on the inside,
Oh,
I can do it with this, but if you got a 4-inch box, it'd be
Should be a
kind of hard.
problem.
So you probably want to put your holes,
The outside.
because we're just practicing putting things together for your next project. For your next project.
good.
So, if you were like this, outside, and you drill right there, and there, and then you drilled 2 holes at this end, 2 holes at that end. On the outside, much easier to screw it together. Okay?
You're okay with the screws being on the outside?
For this, yes, because all I'm doing is getting you to put it together. All right, actually with this group, why don't you rip those down to 5 inches wide, each of you gets a strip of that plywood. So once you get done with yours, not this, you get the plywood.